to start, why don't we just welcome all the candidates. Thank you very much, all of you, for being here. I just want to explain a little bit about the format tonight. We have 4 different races, 5 different races that are going on here in Clarion County. We've got the Magisterial District Court 18304 race, the Magisterial District Court 18303 race. We've got Borough Council, Sheriff, and Coroner. What we're going to do is we're going to start with our candidates for district judges, and then after that, and our district judge candidates are going to make statements. They're not going to be asked questions. We're going to give each candidate 4 minutes to make their statements, and then in between each race, we're going to take a break online so that we can reset, and that is the format for tonight. So before we get started, let's just go ahead and take a commercial break, and we will be back in about 3 minutes to get started with our district judges.
Need expert excavation services? Bronze Excavation does it all. Site prep, septic systems, driveways, land clearing, demolition, drainage, and retaining walls. Reliable, professional, and ready to get the job done right. Call Bronze Excavation today.
Cooper Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT, our most trusted truck tire, is now better than ever and available for your truck or SUV. They're designed for the reliability and durability to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the reliable Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT at CooperTire.com. Count on Cooper. Or stop by Carly Tires in Clarion. Carly Tires, the area's largest selection of tires.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kales kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kales, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
At Clarion County Community Bank, you're more than just a number. With personalized service and modern conveniences, they make banking easy. Clarion County Community Bank, where community comes first.
Your eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK, and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust them with yours. Call or visit us online today.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No. Tionesta Builder Supply. Family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tionesta and Shippenville.
Dubrook is your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier. From commercial to residential, Dubrook has you covered. Call 1-844-DUBROOK or visit dubrooking.com. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities. Dubrook, your solid choice in all things concrete.
Modern Living Solutions in Knox is always on the lookout for driven, positive individuals to join their team. They offer career growth opportunities and industry-leading pay. No experience is necessary as training is provided. Apply today and build a future with Modern Living Solutions.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
All right, welcome back. Thank you very much for being here. We're live at the Haskell House for the municipal election forum tonight. We're going to start out with a panel of candidates for Magisterial District Judge in Court 18304. I did want to just briefly mention that a few minutes ago we did hear from one of our candidates for coroner, Rollie Burns, from his daughter. The candidate is actually not going to be attending tonight, so I just wanted to announce that. Said for personal reasons wasn't going to make it. So just wanted to let everybody know that Mr. Burns is not here tonight. Okay, so we are going in order of the way the candidates are going to show on the ballot. So each of our candidates for Magisterial District Judge in 18304 has been given 4 minutes to make their statement. We will start with Jennifer Bindernagel. Jennifer.
Good evening, and thank you for being here. A couple years ago, I found myself in a courtroom, not as a judge, attorney, or defendant, but as a victim. I remember how intimidating it felt. I remember if anyone in that room saw me, not just the facts of the case, but the person behind it. That moment stayed with me. It showed me how powerful and personal our court system can be. And it reminded me how much it matters that we get it right. That experience is what brought me here today. My name is Dr. Jennifer Bindernagel, and I'm running to be your next Magisterial District Judge for Clarion County, District 18304. Many people don't realize how important this role is. A Magisterial District Judge is often the first point of contact with the justice system. District judges handle preliminary criminal hearings, bail, warrants, landlord-tenant disputes, truancy cases, civil cases, traffic violations, and emergency protection from abuse orders, critical protections for victims of domestic violence. Public safety isn't negotiable. It's the foundation of a strong community. And right now, our community needs strong, responsive leadership in the courtroom. Personal crimes are rising in Clarion County. Assault, harassment, and domestic violence are affecting more families. Yet in 2023, only 38 emergency from protection of abuse orders were issued, compared to an average of 138 PFAs in similar counties. That's not a statistic, that's a signal. We have to ask, are victims comfortable coming forward? Do they know where to turn? Is the courtroom truly accessible? Physically, emotionally, and procedurally. If people don't feel safe coming forward, or if they believe their voices won't be heard, then our justice system isn't doing enough. Every person deserves to feel seen, heard, and protected. As your district judge, I will ensure that every person who enters my courtroom is met with respect, fairness, and a clear path to safety. This role isn't just about laws. It's about people, families, and real-life consequences. That's why protecting public safety through clear accountability, firm decisions, and consistent applications of the law will always be my top priority. When someone breaks the law, there must be consequences. When the system can do better, especially for victims, families, and children, we must find solutions that prevent harm and reduce repeat offenses. I'm not a career politician. I'm a mom, a social worker, and a community advocate who has spent more than 23 years walking alongside people through the hardest moments of their lives. I've helped people navigate broken systems, and I've worked to change the systems from within. I've built programs that offered second chances with real accountability because I believe in both consequences and compassion. My name is Dr. Jennifer Bindernagel, and on May 20th, I respectfully ask for your vote to bring strong leadership, real accountability, and compassionate justice in Clarion County. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer Bindernagel. Thank you for that. Judge Miller, Jeffrey Miller is our next speaker. He is our incumbent. Turn the time over to you, 4 minutes.
I don't know if I can go 4 minutes. No, you look out, it's beautiful weather. There's school events going on. I truly admire and give credit to everybody that took away from their own personal time, where they're working at home or doing something with the children, to take in this. Joanne, thank you for organizing it. It shows Clarion County cares at its roots. I was certified, I'm running for my 4th term. I have served 3 terms as district justice in New Bethlehem. Certified 96, minor judiciary education board schooling. Every year after that, 40 hours a week, 1 week a year for your continuing educational updates. Background is former New Bethlehem businessman, have always lived within my venue, spent time in the courts under former District Justice George as a constable when I really liked what was going on. So I started to sit in more and more with Judge George until he was done and he asked if I was interested. And I said yes. So then I went through my first campaign, won that against 6 people, went to the certification school, took the bench. Outside of that, I do a lot of things for the 2 high schools in my area, whether it's the play, the musical, or an athletic event. You want to be there because that's our next group of citizens. And by keeping in touch with these younger people, you know what's going on in life, socially, physically, and mentally. They can keep you appraised. Now, the 2 biggest problems I see in Clarion County. Truancy. Believe it or not, truancy is a major issue across this Commonwealth. And it's a hard spot to have an answer. We have been blessed, Judge Heeter can verify this, alternative programs only because Judge Seidel Patton has approved, try this method. We can go to her. We can come up with something to get them there. Fine court costs don't make it. Sadly though, right now it's the most effective. We have to come up with an alternate system. And the other thing that a judge really, you gotta look hard at, a time payment order. When someone can't pay a fine, you've got to sit and look at our community. We have lost these jobs, we have lost these jobs. Now, here is a man with a family of 4 who was making $38 an hour, now trying to do the same thing on 17 and 18. You've got to work out a fair system. Nobody skates on fines and costs, but you work a time payment order because the worst thing you can do is hurt the family unity. And money is the biggest family issue. There's no reason the judiciary should interrupt somebody's family life and change how they're living. We can come up with something to take care of that. Dr. Bindernagel mentioned the PFAs compared to some counties being down. That is an issue of safe. The individuals will call the office, you tell them you must contact SAFE. They will fill out the form. They will bring that person to court.
Thank you, Judge Miller. Thank you.
Oh, and I'm on both tickets. I would truly appreciate your vote. Excuse me for being so long-winded, Gavin.
No, thank you very much. We'll now turn the time, the next 4 minutes, over to Michelle Ritzler. Michelle.
Hello. Many of you know me as Shelley. I have lived in Clarion County all my life. I grew up on Nighttown Road, just outside of Shippenville, with my 2 brothers, and my mom and my brothers both still live in the area. I live in Licking Township now. I've been there for over 18 years with my husband, Troy. He's a paramedic. Unfortunately, he can't be here this evening because he's working. I have 2 beautiful daughters, Dawn and Morgan. Dawn is a school teacher at Keystone Elementary School, and she is engaged to Jason Skirka, who's from the Butler area. My other daughter, Morgan, is a welder, and she works at Schwartzbeger Welding, and she is married to Darren Cochran. He's from the Knox area, and he is currently deployed with the National Guard. So we miss him. We wish he was here too. I have had my work ethic instilled in me at a rather young age with my mom and dad, wonderful parents. I was about 12. I started working on a friend's farm doing summer work. I then went on to work as a nurse's aide at the local nursing home in Shippenville for several years. Hard work, but rewarding. I then went on to work at the Clarion Hospital in the lab, where some of you may remember me. I was there for several years. And then I went on to where I'm at now. I work at Clarion University, now Penn West. I work in the graduate admissions office. I've been there for over 30 years. Working there has taught me a lot. It's shown me how to collaborate and network with many different departments, faculty, staff across the university for a common goal to get students in and get them a good education and help them meet their career goals. It's also helped teach me how to problem solve, how to work with the student to meet their needs, and I feel that's important with the district judge position. You're meeting all kinds of people, and sometimes at their worst, they're not happy to be where they're at. So you need to try to have compassion and help show that you have empathy toward what they're going through and support them and get them through with the best outcome that can be made. I've been in Licking Township for over 18 years with my husband of 30 years. My education, between raising my family, working full-time, I did receive my associate degree in legal business studies at Clarion. I received my bachelor's degree in rehabilitative sciences with a concentration in courts and community service at Clarion. I then went on to receive my master's degree in applied criminology through California University, now part of Penn West. Those jobs have, or those degrees have helped me to learn what it's like to be in law enforcement. I did my internship with the sheriff's office, so I learned a lot with the people in the sheriff's office. A lot of the times, the question that I get asked, why do I want to be a district magistrate? It's been something I've wanted to do for a very long time. I initially ran in 2005 for the position in the Knox district when I lived in that area. I then ran 6 years ago against Mr. Miller, and I obviously am running again for the 3rd time. So it's something that I'm committed to. It's something that I want to truly do and give back to the community by being district magistrate. I want us to have a safe and happy environment to grow and be a part of the community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll be back after these messages. Thank you.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
Modern Living Solutions in Knox is always on the lookout for driven, positive individuals to join their team. They offer career growth opportunities and industry-leading pay. No experience is necessary as training is provided. Apply today and build a future with Modern Living Solutions.
Dubrook is your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier. From commercial to residential, Dubrook has you covered. Call 1-844-DUBROOK or visit dubrooking.com. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities. Dubrook, your solid choice in all things concrete.
This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No, Tionesta Builder Supply. Family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tionesta and Shippenville.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
Your eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK, and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust them with yours. Call or visit us online today.
At Clarion County Community Bank, you're more than just a number. With personalized service and modern conveniences, they make banking easy. Clarion County Community Bank, where community comes first.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kales kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kales, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
The Cooper Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT, our most trusted truck tire, is now better than ever and available for your truck or SUV. They're designed for the reliability and durability to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the reliable Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT at CooperTire.com. Count on Cooper. Or stop by Carly Tires in Clarion. Carly Tires, the area's largest selection of tires.
Need expert excavation services? Bronze Excavation does it all. Site prep, septic systems, driveways, land clearing, demolition, drainage, and retaining walls. Reliable, professional, and ready to get the job done right. Call Bronze Excavation today.
Welcome back to Haskell House for this year's, man, I'm blanking right now, our political forum. We're so grateful that you're here. We're grateful for our candidates for being here. We've just heard from our candidates for Magisterial District Judge 18304. We're going to move on now to District 18303. Just a quick reminder, we have invited all of the candidates on the ballot here in Clarion County. Tonight we did expect both candidates for coroner to be here. We heard just before we started from Mr. Burns, Mr. Rollie Burns' daughter, that he was not going to be able to make it tonight. Got that by text message, so when we get to coroner, we're going to have Mr. Shingledecker, which I'm sure will be delightful. So now let's go ahead and turn the time over to Jarah Heeter for her statement.
Thank you. Thank you, first of all, to those who put this event together this evening, and to all of you that are watching tonight. My name is Jarah Heeter, and I'm currently serving as the magisterial, as the magisterial district judge in District 18303, based in Knox. I want to start by saying what an honor it has been to serve my community in this position for the past 5 years. I want to thank all of you who voted for me in 2018, and also those of you who have supported me again in my campaign this year. I especially want to thank my husband, Nathan, who's here with me tonight, and say hello to my son, my 5-year-old son, Brooks, who I assume is watching at home. I also want to tell you all about the insight that I have gained during my first term as MDJ, and why I believe that over the past 5 years, I have proven that I am the right person for the job. So I'd like to talk about some of the things that I've done inside my courtroom and also things that I've done outside the courtroom. First of all, I strive to ensure that my caseload is handled efficiently and in compliance with the procedural rules for district courts. There have been more than 14,000 cases filed in my court during this first term, and there is no backlog. The individuals that appear before me, I strive to treat fairly and impartially, and to make sure that in each case, the participants are provided with the opportunity to fully present their evidence, and that I have a thorough understanding of the facts and the laws that apply when I'm making decisions. I also believe that cases involving juveniles deserve special consideration. Often in truancy cases, the issue that's bringing the family to court is an indication of a more serious problem. I do my best to use diversionary and educational programs to address the underlying problems rather than simply impose fines. And I believe that my experience as a CYS solicitor in the past has allowed me to understand the systems that are available and the service providers that are available to assist families that are facing difficulties. Outside the courtroom, I have served on the Criminal Justice Advisory Board, which is a collaboration of county organizations involved in the criminal justice systems. I also regularly attend the monthly Children Roundtables meetings held by the President Judge with representatives from our school districts and organizations working with our county's youth. I have assisted Judge Lytle Patton with reworking our county's truancy procedures. I've also been appointed by the President Judge to the Judicial Mental Health Task Force to address issues that arise with untreated mental health in our courts. Finally, I've had the opportunity to interact with and learn from other MDJs across the state by serving on committees in our statewide Association for MDJs. MDJs preside over a wide array of legal issues, and so it's not uncommon in any given week to be called out in the middle of the night for arraignments in serious criminal cases, to handle civil cases, truancy hearings, evictions, and summary trials on traffic citations. Each of these proceedings requires specialized knowledge of different areas of the law, ranging from the vehicle code to the Constitution. Proceedings should be held in conformity with the applicable procedural rules and with the Pennsylvania Rules of Evidence. The education I received in law school and the 18 years I have spent as an attorney in Clarion County enabled me to confidently manage the requirements of this job right from the start. Working in the judicial system was my chosen career path and how I have spent my whole professional life. So I ask that you would vote for me on May 20th and rehire me based on my 5 years on the job and my relevant experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Jarah. All right, next is Damien Avery. Damien, time is yours.
I would like to start by thanking everyone for attending tonight. Everyone watching at home, thank you for attending. My name is Damien Avery. I'm a graduate from Keystone High School. I graduated in 2009. After I graduated, I went to Clarion University, where I got my associates in criminal justice. And then not even 3 months later, I went to the Municipal Police Academy in Mercyhurst, Northeast, where I learned how to become a municipal police officer under Pennsylvania's Act 120. From that point on, I went looking for employment with police departments when I settled on the Clarion County Sheriff's Office. It was back at home where I'd always, where I grew up, and it was the place that gave me my start in policing. Since being with the Sheriff's Office, in 2015 is when I started, and since being there, I have done anything and everything under the sun, shy of the most egregious felony offenses, and have been involved with the courts start to finish. A magisterial district judge is the very beginning of court proceedings, and it is the very beginning of going through the court system, whether it's an arraignment, whether it's traffic tickets, non-traffic tickets, emergency PFAs, evictions, and everything in between. As a sheriff's deputy, I've handled all of it. My 10 years with the sheriff's office, I've written citations, I've represented the Commonwealth, I've enforced warrants that have been issued by a magisterial district judge. I'm still the acting warrant officer for the sheriff's office right now, as well as being the chief deputy. So my responsibilities are more so than they were 4 years ago, and I've just continued to grow and move on from there. I have extensive experience in dealing with the physical service side of it, and running for magistrate, I would like to have a hand in assisting people and helping them out when they're in bad times. There's always, officers have discretion in the Commonwealth and across the country, and I believe helping people in the courtroom is also important. On May 20th, I would like everyone to consider me for the vote for magisterial district judge in 18303, and I will hopefully see you at the polls. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Thanks.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
At Clarion County Community Bank, you're more than just a number. With personalized service and modern conveniences, they make banking easy. Clarion County Community Bank, where community comes first. Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695. This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No, Tionesta Builders Supply. Family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tionesta and Shippenville.
Need expert excavation services? Bronze Excavation does it all. Site prep, septic systems, driveways, land clearing, demolition, drainage, and retaining walls. Reliable, professional, and ready to get the job done right. Call Bronze Excavation today.
The Cooper Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT, our most trusted truck tire, is now better than ever and available for your truck or SUV. They're designed for the reliability and durability to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the reliable Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT at CooperTire.com. Count on Cooper. Or stop by Carly Tires in Clarion. Carly Tires, the area's largest selection of tires.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kales kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kales, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
Your eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust them with yours. Call or visit us online today.
Hi, my name is Jason and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
Dubrook is your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier. From commercial to residential, Dubrook has you covered. Call 1-844-DUBROOK or visit dubrooking.com. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities. Dubrook, your solid choice in all things concrete.
Modern Living Solutions in Knox is always on the lookout for driven, positive individuals to join their team. They offer career growth opportunities and industry-leading pay. No experience is necessary as training is provided. Apply today and build a future with Modern Living Solutions.
All right, welcome back to Haskell House. We're so glad that you're with us. Thank you everybody who joined us live for the Municipal Primary Political Forum. We've just heard from all of our candidates for Magisterial District Judge. We're now going to be moving on to the Borough Council. We had planned on having two candidates here tonight, Andrew Harbaugh and Sarah MacBeth. Unfortunately, Sarah was not able to make it because of an illness, so Andrew, it looks like it's your show tonight. Also, just wanted to bring up that we also had plans for two candidates for County Coroner. Mr. Rollie Burns sent us a text through his daughter before we started saying he wasn't going to be able to make it for personal reasons. So we're gonna move on and enjoy ourselves as we go through this process. So. The rules are as follows, just now that we've gotten past the district judges. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to give Andrew 2 minutes time to make an opening statement, up to 2 minutes. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. And then we have a series of questions that we'll draw from the bucket that were submitted both here live at Haskell House and also online. I don't know what the questions are, so you'll be as surprised as I am when we read them. And then you're given a minute to answer them. And then after questions, if you want to make a closing statement, the candidates can have up to 2 minutes to do that. Sound okay? All right, Andrew Harbaugh, the floor is yours for 2 minutes.
Thanks, Gavin. Thank you, everybody, for coming here. As they said earlier, there's plenty to do right now. The weather's finally nice and it decided to make up its mind and everyone decided to be inside again, and so I appreciate that. I've racked my brain 500 times what I wanted to say tonight with this, and I'm just gonna be honest and what I've always done and just say, I'm looking for your vote for Clarion Borough Council because I care about my community, and I've always cared about my community. I met my wife here. I'm raising 2 boys here, and because of that, I am entrenched and invested in the community. If it does well, my family does well, and if my family does well, I'm happy. I mean, there's nothing else anybody wants than their family to do well. So that it's just whenever the community is doing well, it's able to thrive, and there's a lot of different relationships in this county that then come into the borough and elsewhere, and I think some of them need to get some work done, and I think there's some fresh ideas that could come in and make a big difference in those areas. And even though the other candidates aren't here, I will say I'm excited that there's so many of us running, and it's exciting that Clarion Borough Council is getting so much attention, because I do think the borough needs this much attention. Whether it be the infrastructure, whether it be different business aspects to projects, I'm ready to give the borough the attention it deserves, and I'm excited to hear the questions tonight and the concerns everybody has on their mind.
Thank you very much. Okay, first question for Andrew Harbaugh. Lexus printed this in youthful font here. Let's see. Andrew, what plans do you have to bring more entertainment and recreation activities for the younger generation here in Clarion County?
As a 30-year-old, I would say I would love to have some more options for my wife and I to have on a Friday or a Saturday that don't involve driving an hour, hour and a half, for sure, especially with gas prices. I would definitely say that involves getting, like I hinted at, better relationships with business commissions, Chamber of Commerce, fixing those relationships, kind of enticing different businesses, whether it be through different licensing, just making it more appealing and taking advantage of different properties that are open right now, and just being able to make Clarion exciting again. I think also getting a relationship better with the university to make them be more enticing as well, because the better the university does, that'll also bring in more students, and when businesses see that, they'll also want to bring their business in as well, because it's not just the borough at that point, it's also the university being a factor as well.
Okay. Okay, listen, Alexis, you and I are gonna fight, all right? Here we go. There's a current issue with a local church looking to purchase a building to better accommodate their large and growing congregation. Borough Council members spoke out about how there are too many churches in the borough, and she hopes they could find a place outside the borough. How can the Borough Council work together to welcome new and old organizations, churches, and businesses, whether they are relocating or growing?
So I don't think it's necessarily a business issue. I think it's the statement came from there's a tax issue, and that comment I'm sure was made out of a very blunt statement that I'm sure that person doesn't wish was published. But like I said, it speaks to a tax issue. Only 25% of the property in Clarion Borough is taxable. Again, not to hammer home the business aspect, but if we work on bringing in business to Clarion Borough, that is going to relieve the taxpayer situation for the residents. And that's where, again, working on those relationships, it's not necessarily where you have to make that comment that was made that I am not going to repeat. And it's one of those things where you bring in more businesses, it takes the burden off the residential taxpayers, and that's really the root of the problem in that aspect. So not to dodge the question, but that does become a tax problem.
All right, thank you.
Just for the record, I've not hit the buzzer once, so I want that noted.
Andrew, what improvements would you like to see in Clarion Borough? If you could just name a couple specific improvements.
I want painted crosswalks, and I want more sidewalks. There's nothing that drives me more mad. As you can see, I'm very passionate about it. I take my kids to school. There's crosswalks for the kids to walk on Boundary Street. I would love somebody to tell me where they start and stop. And I would also love for people to tell me, it was brought up at a recent borough meeting, where other crosswalks start and stop on Greenville. I'm not going to get into the university aspect of it because I don't know the ins and outs of that, but there are different crosswalks all over the borough that just aren't maintained. And I'll be honest, there was a comment made at one of the borough meetings I attended as a viewer that said, well, they have to be painted 3 times a year. Well, then paint them 3 times a year. I mean, that's people's safety. Those are people's kids. I don't think that's that hard of a thing to do. So I want crosswalks and I want sidewalks. I mean, I'm very passionate about it. And now I missed it. Crosswalks is what did me in.
All right, we'll do this as our last question for Andrew Harbaugh. Let's see. What is your plan to have everyone pay their fair share of stormwater taxes and fees, including Clarion University?
I hate that this is my last answer. I am not as familiar with that issue. I know it's a big issue, and I hate that my last answer has to be a dodge, because I'm going to be honest, it is. I am not as familiar with that issue. I think that's something where once I'm elected to Borough Council, I would be more than happy to dive right into, and I would love to make that a very transparent process and to make it a fixable issue. I know it's something, just as I was passionate about the crosswalks a couple minutes ago, people are very passionate about that ongoing issue, and it needs to be fixed and addressed in some form or fashion. I don't have an answer right now, but it's something where I would love to get elected to Borough Council. And again, I talked about at the beginning, fresh ideas. I think a couple of us getting on there, having a fresh mindset, somebody's got to have the right idea to fix it, and I think one of us are going to have it, and I think that's really what we're waiting on. So while I don't have an answer now, in the future I'd like to have one.
He's back. He's back, everyone. All right. Andrew, if you'd like to make a closing statement, you've got 2 minutes to do so.
Crosswalks. No, really. So, no, again, I thank everybody for being here. I really got invested, like I said. When you have a family here, and I met my wife who's here in the back, and she's mad now that I pointed that out. But I care about this community. And like I said, I'm passionate about the sidewalks. I'm passionate about the crosswalks. I care that everybody else is just as safe as I am sure I want my own family to be safe. And that, at the end of the day, is something where when I posted my candidacy announcement on exploreClarion, that the big attention was, I can just tell you're this party, and I can tell you're that party. Clarion Borough Council is not a party issue. You're on a team. You're trying to solve problems for the borough. Like, everyone just wants the borough to do well. Like, nobody's going in there to talk about a national issue or what they think of X, Y, and Z. It's, what's the issue? How are we going to solve the stormwater? How are we going to get 2nd Avenue and this and that? I want to solve Clarion Borough issues, and all of us that are on Clarion Borough Council should and want to do that. And I believe I have a fresh mindset that can come onto that team, and I can contribute a winning solution to that team. So I hope May 20th and beyond, I earn your vote, and we can be a part of a solution together, because this is not just me, this is an extension of you, and that's my pledge, is that it is not just me that is going to be on Borough Council, it is all of us working together, because that's how Clarion Borough works.
Thank you very much. We'll be back after these messages.
Need expert excavation services? Bronze Excavation does it all. Site prep, septic systems, driveways, land clearing, demolition, drainage, and retaining walls. Reliable, professional, and ready to get the job done right. Call Bronze Excavation today.
The Cooper Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT, our most trusted truck tire, is now better than ever and available for your truck or SUV. They're designed for the reliability and durability to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the reliable Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT at CooperTire.com. Count on Cooper. Or stop by Carly Tires in Clarion. Carly Tires, the area's largest selection of tires.
can afford a gorgeous custom-designed hardwood Kales kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kales, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
At Clarion County Community Bank, you're more than just a number. With personalized service and modern conveniences, they make banking easy. Clarion County Community Bank, where community comes first.
Your eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK, and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust them with yours. Call or visit us online today.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No, Tionesta Builders Supply. Family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tionesta and Shippenville.
Dubrook is your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier. From commercial to residential, Dubrook has you covered. Call 1-844-DUBROOK or visit dubrooking.com. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities. Dubrook, your solid choice in all things concrete.
Modern Living Solutions in Knox is always on the lookout for driven, positive individuals to join their team. They offer career growth opportunities and industry-leading pay. No experience is necessary as training is provided. Apply today and build a future with Modern Living Solutions.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
Welcome back to Haskell House, everyone. Excuse me, glad you're here for the municipal election, municipal primary election political forum here at the Haskell House, brought to you by exploreClarion.com. I wanted to just briefly mention once again that we did have a couple candidates that were not able to make it tonight. Sarah MacBeth, she had a family member that is in the hospital, so we're thinking about Sarah right now. Hope that she is okay with her family. Also, a candidate for Coroner, Rollie Burns, through his daughter, told us a few minutes before the forum started that he wasn't going to be able to make it. So when we get to Coroner, we're going to have another single. But for now, we are moving on to the sheriff's race. We have two candidates, Dave Sprankle and Sheriff Shawn Zerfoss. Each are going to give a 2-minute, you have 2 minutes for your opening statement. We're going to do Dave first and then Shawn after. We're doing it in the order that is on the ballot. After that, we'll move into questions. So Dave, the time is yours.
All right, good evening. I'm Dave Sprankle. I'm honored to be here tonight as a candidate for Clarion County Sheriff. I'm a veteran of the United States Air Force. I served in the Persian Gulf War in both Desert Shield and Desert Storm. After active duty, I returned to Pennsylvania and decided to pursue a career in law enforcement. I enlisted into the State Police Academy in 1994. I spent 21 years as a Pennsylvania State Trooper. Most of that time was spent right here in Clarion County. I was a criminal investigator for 10 years. I have hundreds of criminal investigations that range anywhere from homicides to rapes, robberies, burglaries, child abuse investigations, and I could go on. I served as also as a field training officer where I instructed and taught young troopers fresh out of the academy. After my, in 2016, I was honorably discharged from the Pennsylvania State Police and retired. It was just a short time, and I went to work for Clarion County Corrections as a deputy warden. There I got an education of how the Clarion County correction system works and how the county government works. I assisted the warden with managing the facility and the operations, and with also balancing the budget and supervising all the inmates and the staff. While I was there, I was also an NRA firearms instructor, and I taught the firearms training at the jail. I also held a dual title when I was there. I was a Clarion County detective, and I held that title for several years while I was a deputy warden. Once I left there, I became a bailiff with Clarion County Corrections a short time after that, with the Clarion County court system. I gained a vast knowledge of how the court system works. And I thank you for your time.
Thanks, Dave. Shawn, time is yours.
Ready. I would be remiss if I did not thank all of the veterans in the room and the veterans out there on the camera and Dave. Without their sacrifices, we wouldn't be here tonight because we would not be living in a democratic nation. So I thank you all. My name is Shawn Zerfoss. I'm your sheriff. I have 33 years of law enforcement experience, 29 years Clarion Borough, 4th year as your sheriff. I graduated Clarion University. I later on got a master's degree from Slippery Rock University. I also taught criminal justice at Slippery Rock. My time at Clarion Borough built a large foundation to come over to the sheriff's office. Now, once at the sheriff's office, I realized our mission is completely and totally different. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruled a long time ago stripping all Pennsylvania sheriffs of investigatory powers. We don't investigate. We're the law enforcement arm of the court system. So we serve paperwork. We transport prisoners safely. We serve PFAs, and we also serve arrest warrants. Now, my first term has not been without challenge. We've been under budget, a small budget, but I've remained under budget in all line items as well. I'm not one of these persons that believes just because I have the money I need to spend it, and I am very happy to say that I don't spend all the money, it goes back. Short-staffed, and that's due to some financial responsibilities. Deputies are paid fairly low, but we get the job done. We have served over 1,000 court processes. We have transported about 1,400 prisoners safely. And most importantly, we have served about 800 warrants, keeping people off the street. I've been there with my guys on this front line, helping them do everything they need to do. I'm proud to say I'm a Republican conservative sheriff, and have also issued over 5,200 concealed carry permits to the citizens of Clarion County. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, just as a quick reminder, during the question and answer period, we're going to do 3 or 4 or 5 questions. The question will go to the individual candidate, and you are given a minute to answer that, and then the other candidate can offer a 30-second rebuttal, and then the next question will go to the next candidate. So we'll do a couple rounds of those. All right. Okay, so this is going to start with Dave. That's the order we're going in. Actually, this one was specifically for Sheriff Zerfoss. Are you okay if I do that, Dave? Or?
Yeah, however you want to do it.
Okay, so I could save this for the next question.
That's fine.
Let's do that. Okay. Well, this one is for you, so
okay.
Perfect. Okay. Mr. Sprankle, if you're elected, how do you plan to continue to be under budget or within budget for the sheriff's office?
I guess my answer to that is I'm not sure exactly what the budget for the sheriff's office is. I know when I worked at the correction, we were always under budget, and we have a much larger budget, probably the biggest line item in the county, and it's not hard for our budget to get wrecked just by one person with serious medical issues. So I think you just have to manage it. You have to keep a close eye on it and make sure you control your spending.
All right, thank you very much. Rebuttal?
No.
All right. The next question is for Shawn. It says, what do you plan to do if you don't win the election? The community needs you here either way. I didn't write that.
Okay. You know, I've lived here in Clarion County my entire life, and I love Clarion County. I raised my kids here, I raised my family here, and my family's still here. I still want to be a part of it. If something goes south, you know what? My dad told me the train left the station, so it's in motion. It's going to end on May 20th, and when it ends on May 20th, either Dave is going to win or I'm going to win, and God's in the driver's seat on that one. So if it doesn't go my way, I'll figure something out. Clarion County still has other positions available. I have a master's degree in criminal justice. We have a CYS court. We have a few of those other courts that I wouldn't have a problem. If they had me, then I would consider transferring over and, you know, working there. And not avoiding Dave and saying hi to him when I walk past him. Maybe not the first week, but after that.
Dave, would you like to respond to that?
No, I'm good, thank you.
All right. Let's see, this question is for Dave. What regulations do you feel could be updated and addressed?
Regulations as pertaining to, we don't know. Wow, I mean, that's a pretty open question. I mean, there's tons of regulations out there that you could address. I don't think, I really don't have an open answer for that. I can't even imagine what regulations, you know, a person's referring to. I mean, if you're talking about actual laws that could be addressed, I mean, there's a lot of things, but regulations, I don't know of any in the sheriff's that I would address or change.
All right, thank you. Shawn, would you like to answer that question or respond?
I'm going to pass. I don't know what regulations you can think of.
I mean, that's a tough question to answer when it's that open-ended.
Okay. Let's see, that one is for Dave specifically. Let's see. That one is also. Yeah. Let's see if I can- Okay. For Shawn, it says your office is consistently under budget. How do you make that work while also making sure your office and deputies have everything they need?
You know, I've been, again, as I said earlier, just because we have the money doesn't mean we need to spend it. We have vehicles. The vehicles are functional. Maybe not the greatest, but they get us where we need to. So we stayed under budget there. Now, of course, I get a lot of the budget from the commissioners, so it's kind of straightforward lines. And Dave would have had the same thing at the prison. We can adjust little things here and there. We've also offset with a few grants. I just put in for grants and we received computers for our cars. We were awarded it. And they're on order. And I have a deputy actually in here this evening who's actually worked on some grants as well. And he's gotten us a few items. And I know in the fall, we're working on a big grant for new vehicles. So staying under budget, trying not to spend the taxpayer dollars, but doing it by hopefully getting grants.
Thank you very much. Dave, do you have anything to add?
I don't.
All right. This is the question that I picked for you before. Let me, let's see. So trying to count how many we have. We should have 6 questions if we do 3 rounds, right? Somebody check my math on that? Okay, good. Okay, so Dave, you've been out of law enforcement for 10 years. Why do you have an interest to jump back in?
Technically, I haven't been out of law enforcement for 10 years. I've been out of law enforcement as a police officer for about 5. Again, I said I carried a badge as a county detective while I was a deputy warden. And honestly, why I'm getting back into it, I intended to do this 4 years ago. That opportunity was unfortunately I could not undergo because of my mother and the illness, and she was ill, and we had to take care of her. So I could not commit to it when he ran the first time. So that puts me 4 years behind where we were before. So I really haven't waited long to do it. I just had to take a brief period of pause, and I'm ready to do it now.
All right. Shawn, is there anything you want to add?
Do you think the time being out will affect you with the changes in the laws?
I don't think the law has changed that much. I think the Constitution itself is still the same. There's legal updates. I mean, we did when we were police officers annually, and we took about 4 hours to complete legal updates for the whole year. So give me a week and I'll be caught up.
Thank you very much. All right, the last question is for Sheriff Zerfoss. What, if anything, can the Commissioner's Office do to support the sheriff and their deputies?
It's the commissioners who control the purse strings for the sheriff's office. Everybody kind of knows that. So my deputies are up for contract negotiation this year, and we have been ranked very low in our pay. There are 67 counties in the state of Pennsylvania. We are the 67th, so we are the lowest paid. So I'm hoping that with the contract negotiation coming up, that the commissioners will see that and then move forward January 1 of 2026 and increase the pay rate. By a low pay rate, that creates a problem that I've had in my office where I bring deputies in for training, they get trained, and they leave to go elsewhere because of a better pay. And nobody can blame them. So if we get a better pay, hopefully we get more deputies, they stay, better training for us, means better training, means better safety for all the members of the community.
Thank you very much.
I don't have so much as a rebuttal of this, but I can honestly say that Shawn and I stand hand in hand in this issue, and we have for years.
We have.
We are underpaid as a county the whole way across, not just with the Sheriff's Department, with corrections, with children youth services. Everybody's underpaid, and we know that. And yeah, there's something needs to be done about it, because it is kind of embarrassing to be last out of 67, isn't it?
Thank you very much, Jarah. We'll return in a few minutes.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
Modern Living Solutions in Knox is always on the lookout for driven, positive individuals to join their team. They offer career growth opportunities and industry-leading pay. No experience is necessary as training is provided. Apply today and build a future with Modern Living Solutions.
Welcome back to the Haskell House for the exploreClarion.com Municipal Primary Election Forum. So glad that you're here. Thank you everyone who came in person, those who are tuning in on the live stream. Thanks for being here. We're now going to move on to the closing statements from our candidates for sheriff. We'll turn the time over to Dave Sprankle first. 2 minutes.
I would like to thank everyone that attended tonight. I would like to thank Explore Clarion for putting this on, for streaming it, so those that couldn't attend could watch it also. I would like to thank, I guess it's Braun Excavating who sponsored the event. This evening you heard some of the reasons I believe I'm the right choice for Clarion County Sheriff. My experience, my leadership, my commitment to the service and the service to this county they're not just meaningless statements to me. They're truly the foundation of my life. I've spent a life of serving. I worked in the county as a patrol trooper, criminal investigator, a trainer, a deputy warden, a county detective, and as a bailiff. All this experience combined, I feel, makes me an excellent candidate for Clarion County Sheriff. When I was a trooper and a deputy warden, I watched Sheriff Rex Muncy perform his duties. And I think that's what drew me to wanting to become sheriff when he was done. My goal was to run it just as he did and put things the way he had it. I'm running because I believe I bring more to Clarion County Sheriff's Office than just a management skill. I think I'll bring a great leadership skill. I humbly ask you all to consider me as your candidate for Clarion County Sheriff, and thank you for being here this evening.
Thank you very much. Shawn?
Go. Thank you. As you've all heard tonight, my office has outperformed all the standards with absolute zero incident. We've done all this while staying under budget, and we've done it for part of my tenure understaffed due to financial reasons. When you think of the Clarion County Sheriff's Office, think not only of the great work I have done with my deputies as the law enforcement arm of the court system in transporting prisoners safely every time, serving paperwork, and serving civil documents. But additionally, we go above and beyond what we're expected to do. My office is involved in teaching classes to women, firearms classes, self-defense classes. I perform scam events for seniors to help them know what's out there and what not to do. We've been involved in drug and alcohol classes for students, so they know the dangers of alcohol. I've also put on a large toy drive with a local business owner that has provided toys to foster care kids that I truly believe without us doing what we've done, they would not have received. You, the Clarion County voters, have the choice to make an exact change. If you don't like what is going on and what's going on in the office, you can do that. When you go out to the polls on May 20th, you can sit there, and I ask that you think of me, Shawn Zerfoss, your sheriff, you think of my office, and think long and hard what you want to do. I want you to think about my impeccable record and how I've stayed under budget for the time that I've been in there, and how I've trained my deputies, and how they've gone forward, and they've not been an embarrassment to Clarion County or you, the citizens. So I ask for your vote on May 20th. Good night, God bless.
Thank you both. Okay, we'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, no headbutt. No headbutt.
Dubrook is your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier. From commercial to residential, Dubrook has you covered. Call 1-844-DUBROOK or visit dubrooking.com. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities. Dubrook, your solid choice in all things concrete.
This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No, Tionesta Builder Supply. Family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tionesta and Shippenville.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
Your eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK, and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust them with yours. Call or visit us online today.
At Clarion County Community Bank, you're more than just a number. With personalized service and modern conveniences, they make banking easy. Clarion County Community Bank, where community comes first.
Need expert excavation services? Bronze Excavation does it all. Site prep, septic systems, driveways, land clearing, demolition, drainage, and retaining walls. Reliable, professional, and ready to get the job done right. Call Bronze Excavation today.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kales kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kales, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
The Cooper Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT, our most trusted truck tire, is now better than ever and available for your truck or SUV. They're designed for the reliability and durability to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the reliable Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT at CooperTire.com. Count on Cooper. Or stop by Carly Tires in Clarion. Carly Tires, the area's largest selection of tires.
Welcome back to Haskell House for the exploreClarion.com political forum for the municipal primary election 2025. Glad you're here. Thank you, all of you who are joining us in person. Those of you at home, thank you for joining us as well. I've neglected to say this whole night that this event is brought to us by Bronze Excavation. We're so grateful for Bronze and for the other sponsors that make this possible. If you can join me in a round of applause for our sponsor for making this possible. Thank you. All right, the last candidates that we have for you tonight, we had planned on having two candidates, as I've said before. Mr. Rollie Burns, a few minutes before we started, let us know through his daughter that he wasn't going to be able to make it for personal reasons. We do have our incumbent, Mr. Dan Shingledecker, who's currently serving as the county coroner for Clarion County with us tonight. Grateful to Mr. Shingledecker for being here, and I will turn the next 2 minutes over to you for your opening statement.
Okay. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Explore Clarion for hosting this event tonight, and for all of you in attendance for watching, thank you very much. My name is Dan Shingledecker, and I've been your coroner for 5 years now. I live in Marianna Estates with my wife, Moira, and my two kids, Will and Ruth. And it's a tough job, you know. It's a tough, very tough gig. But I want to do this with pride and with honor for you guys. There's 3 points that I'd like to make today that I'm really, really proud of in this time together. The first point would be I'm just proud of my deputies and myself for helping people during their time of need. It's really, like, we get to be on these scenes and they're just incredible. Like, it's sometimes very tragic, and we do our very best to help, and we care so much, and I want to thank my deputies for that. My second point would be my working relationship with the police, fire, and EMS. When we get on scene together, it's like just this cohesive unit, you know? We work so well together, and they're like my lifeline. They help me in so many ways, and they help the community, and I'm just so thankful for them. And the third item would be I've consistently been under budget. And I think that's very important. And I see that I'm about out of time, so.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Okay, first question for Dan is, it says, Coroner Shingledecker, you handle a majority of the calls yourself, when you're out of town or on another call, who do you call to handle the coroner call?
Oh yeah, that would be my deputies, Lexus Twinier being one of them. We have Fred Vassbinder, but and his wife Amy Vassbinder, and yeah, I have a couple other deputies. But I try, like I said, I try to do the majority of calls myself, and that is why actually that I've been consistently under budget. I think for that reason. Yeah.
Thank you. This question was submitted here in person. The question is, both you and your opponent are running as Republicans. Will Democrat write-ins impact the election in November, do you think?
It's possible. I think whenever Rollie ran against Randall, my predecessor, back when, like 2016, I think Randall got the majority of the Republican votes, but Rollie got the majority of the Democratic votes, so he was able to, go to the November election, I guess you could say. So yeah, that could very well be.
Mr. Shingledecker, it says your wife and you put a lot of effort into sponsoring community causes. Why is this so important to you?
The community is everything. My wife has put so many hours into making these baskets for local charities, and we care just so much for the community. We love it, and we respect it, and we hope it continues.
We're moving right along. Okay, it says, Dan, as a young resident of Clarion County with a family, why are you eager to keep working in this position with its unpredictable hours?
Well, I just care about serving these people that lost, with this loss of life. There's nothing more honorable than that to me, and I just want to just be there for people. I've always wanted to help people, and that's why I'm here.
Dan, you stated on your Facebook page that you have answered almost all of the coroner calls in 2025. Has that always been the case since you took over for Randall?
I would say yes, but like for example, I'll take a week-long vacation with my family and everything. So, during that week, I won't be answering the calls. But I just feel like that if I'm elected as coroner, I should be showing up as coroner for these families. Yeah.
All right. Let's do one more. All right, last question for, let's see, that one was for Mr. Burns, who's not here. That felt a little cheesy, didn't it? That's not right. Let's see. Okay, so what are your views on how to handle the budget in the coroner's office? Can you tell us a little bit about managing the budget in your office?
Yeah. So right now, my budget is about $76,000. I get paid about $35,000 of that, and then there's a retainer of $10,000 for the medical examiner we use for autopsies, and basically just fuel and things like that, paying about their deputies. But why I think it's so low, and it has been consistently low, actually, let me see here, is because I go on these calls. We don't need to pay, or we don't pay the deputies as much, if I'm going on these calls. So it actually saves the taxpayers money, and I think that's important.
All right, thank you, Mr. Shingledecker. That concludes the question and answer part. You have a couple minutes for your closing statement.
All right. basically at the end of the day, whenever you go to the polls, don't think about like the signs and the Facebook posts and all the other noise out there. Just think about your loved one and what would happen if something bad happened to your loved one. Who would you want to be that person guiding you in that circumstance? And I can be that person for you guys. Thank you.
One more time, I just want to thank all of the candidates who have been here tonight. I think that you have given the voters of Clarion County a lot to think about. An educated populace will be one that makes better decisions when it comes to election time. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you those of you who are here live, those who joined us online. And once again, we're so grateful for Bronze Excavation for sponsoring this, the exploreClarion.com Municipal Primary Election Forum here at the Haskell House. And with that, I bid you a good night. Thank you for being here.